We have here a 2024 Specialized Tarmac SL8 warranty frame here in a size 52, weighing at 6.68 kilos, and in pounds, 14 pounds, 12 ounces. That is with pedals, cages, and also out front mount right there. Stay tuned to after video where you're free to buy sound test on those Princeton Alta wheels right there. Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video, and today I have for you guys a frame you cannot buy if you wanted to. The only way to achieve this frame is, you guessed it, if you have a warranty issue on your frame. Now, in past years before, they did a gloss black with the white logos on here, but it seems for this year, for the Tarmac SL8, I don't know if it's just like specific sizes or specific models or where they're pulling it from. It seems that this year they're going with a all raw carbon, and they kind of clear it over, so it's like the ready to paint frame, just kind of cleared over, and then the S-Works is kind of like murdered black. So it fades real nice into it, has some kind of sparkle in it, but again, it is pretty cool. People might say, yeah, the fact that it's not the exact same frame you got, you pay all this money for it, but it's pretty cool to get a one-off of a bicycle that no one can really buy, made by them with a factory warranty on there. Now, if some people do not like the black color on there, there are tons of decal kits you can get on there, and people might say, I don't like decals, but the ready to paint frame was already a decal on there. Now you have a gloss black bike that you can go ahead and paint whatever color or decal out whatever color you want to on here. You can make this white, silver, gold, platinum, pink, green, whatever color you want, and you can follow that around all the way. The customer had some issues with the frame for like a manufacturer defect on the top tube, and Specialized just went ahead and warranty right out because the customer was not happy with it. So very cool to see that. But yeah, and then if you guys did notice, on my bicycle that is a pro model frame, it came in a white, a gloss white with black logos on there. So I think maybe they color code them, or maybe it's just they have excess of some kind of frames on there. But let me know down in the comment sections. I've seen other colors. I've seen other S-Works SL8s for warranty in this color as well. I think this is the only color you get for a warranty on there. So pretty cool in there. But enough with that. About this bicycle right here, you guys saw it weighed right around 6.68 kilos, size 52. This bicycle is ridden by no other than one of the fastest guys around here in South Florida, by the guy of a name Kellen. I'll put his links down below for his Instagram and also Strava. His 100-mile rides are like my 30-mile rides, how much or I think he even does them more often than I do. The guy literally does a 200-mile ride on a Wednesday just because, 8 hours in the saddle, and he's comfortable by himself. The guy is an absolute animal on the bicycle and can hammer down speed like no other. So very cool to see his bicycle here on the channel. Like I said, he's kind of a legend around here, and he goes out, races, everything like that. He's a really fast guy on the bicycle. So I'm really excited to go ahead and feature this bicycle on the channel. We'll go over everything he did on his rocket ship right here. You can definitely see he has this thing slammed, he has it pagached out, he has a narrow bar in there. We'll talk about all his little knickknacks he did on here to give him the setup that he wants on his bicycle, but really cool build on here. And I was really surprised as well because I think his ready to paint frame was a little bit heavier. I don't know how it's possible, but this with clear on here. Surprised for being 6.68 kilos. But again, maybe not with all the finishings on there. But without further ado, let's get into this build on here. So starting off with the cockpit on here, we can see here he has the handlebars tucked in to a very extreme degree, but again, that's comfortable to his liking, and for that reason he can go ahead and ride in the hoods and in the uppers for a very long time, and they match the ergonomics of his wrist. Everyone is always going to be different. Everyone's not going to like this. Again, this would be considered UCI illegal if you race in a UCI event, but again, if you're just riding casually, riding for your pleasure, riding for your liking, it doesn't matter. You can put your shifter hoods however you like on here. The bars on here are going to be an NV handlebar. That's a 38 centimeter on the uppers, and then you have a little flare to the bottom as well. For the stem, we have an S-Works SL7 stem on here. That's a 130 by -12 degree. You can definitely see here that thing is slammed completely all the way down, and it is a race machine. I mean, that bicycle, and the SL8 is the bicycle that when you slam it with that kind of speed sniffer on there, it looks so badass. But yes, really cool. I mean, the shifters are so crazy on how slanted in those are. Here you can see here he kind of changed out the mount here to go ahead and put maybe like a stick light on here, or maybe to put his computer on here out front. I don't know what this mount is for, but it is an out front mount here that you can kind of go out, play around with how you like on there as well. He has his own little custom top cap. Every second counts. And then on the wheels here, we have here by the Princeton Carbon Works, the Altas, These are a very, very shallow depth wheel compared with the Tactic hubs as well, and then also bladed Satan spokes. To give you guys a reference, I had a pair of these wheels in my store with a gloss color and the Tactic hubs, and they weighed 1,285 grams for the set. So mats might be a little bit lighter, might be a little bit heavier, who knows, but still you're under 1,300 grams for the wheel set on here. And again, that's gonna be one of the reasons why they got to such a light weight on there. Tires, he has Grand Prix 5000 STRs with tubeless ready tires in there. And then for the rotors, we can see here, carbon tie rotors. Again, we're going ahead and trying to get every bit of weight off there, and for a performance aspect as well, you have that on there, which is always nice. Going to the handlebar, we have here a very light carbon fiber plug. I don't know if you guys can see this on. So he didn't use a stock plug that came with the bike. He used a carbon fiber plug here. And then on this side, he has a little mirror right here. Go ahead and open this thing up. You got a little mirror. So that way you can see who's coming behind you, whatever the case might be. But pretty cool. I like to see that on some fast people bikes. Those little novelty items are there. Going down the frame, this is a 12R carbon frame. It is still S-Works, which is always nice. For the bottom bracket on here is a threaded BSA Shimano bottom bracket by Ceramic Speed. And then on the cranks, we can see here, this is a very expensive crank. These cranks go anywhere in the realm, depending how you spec them out, with the carbon tie chainrings. Somewhere in the threes, depending how you spec it out again. This looks to be a 5339 configuration for the chainring. You have the SRM Power look crank arms, and the cool thing about these crank arms is that they are completely changeable for crank arm length. So he has them set up right now in the 170 configuration. But let's say you buy these things, you can play around with your fit. You can try it out for a sprint on like a trainer, whatever the case might be. You have the option for 172.5, 170, or 175, which is really, really cool. And then you have the SRM power meter as well, which is always nice. Going down to the front derailleur, it's just the standard Shimano Dura-Ace front derailleur. And then we have a Dura-Ace XTR chain. In the rear, we have a Dura-Ace 1130 cassette and a Dura-Ace rear derailleur. But on here, he changed out the pulley wheels for stock ones, and he put in Ceramic Speed alloy pulley wheels with Ceramic Speed bearings in there. Again, to go ahead and remove as much friction as possible and to give him a nice little glide. He also took off the stock derailleur hanger and put on the one-piece direct mount Siggy derailleur hanger. Again, this is just going to remove a lot of that clutter from the bicycle, and this makes it much easier to remove your wheel from the bicycle whenever you need to. I did a video on these things. I like direct mount hanger. Only work for Shimano if you're wondering. They don't have any SRAM versions of them. But again, mainly it's just for swapping out wheels, removing the wheel easier. There's not as much clutter there, and it does remove a little bit of weight, but it's nothing to go ahead and mention or drive home about here. For the rotor in the rear, it is a 140 carbon tie rotor with the regular axle on there as well by the Tarmac SL8. And then for the tire, again, it's a Grand Prix 5000 STR in a, I think these are 25. Let's go ahead and check this out. Yeah, they look to be 25s. For a guy who spends that much time in the saddle, you would think he's 28s, but let's see. Yes, it is a 700 by 25C tire with a tubeless configuration on there. Now to the saddle, it is a full carbon fiber saddle. It is a Physique Aironi, and it is a crazy lightweight saddle, full carbon fiber rails, carbon fiber body. Everyone has a preference here. This one is not mine. I'm a much bigger guy, but again, this guy seems to be able to ride long distances without being bothered at all. So at whatever works for them. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you again so much for watching this video. If you guys have any questions about the warranty frame, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video.